I've been sitting here at the computer for a few minutes and I kind of lost track of time. I was sitting here reading and enjoying my coffee, and I looked up and I was like, "Ooh, it's coffee talk time." So good morning. Let me type in good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Ladies, as you come on, say good morning. Let me know you are there. So I just typed in my good morning. How are you this morning? What is going on? I kind of lost track of time a little bit this morning, so I'm sitting here scrambling. I looked up and it was 7:31. Cheryl, it's always so good to see you. Thank you for joining me every Sunday. Tia, it's good to see you too. Ladies, you know I'd love to have you on as a guest, so give it some thought, please, because I'm looking for more guests to be on the show. Wanda, good morning. Angela, good morning. I am so excited that you ladies are up this morning early with me. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. What is going on? It's a new day. It's a new time. I'm feeling great this morning and excited just about life in general. Carolyn, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're all doing well this morning. I'm sitting here juggling again because I lost track of time. I've been sitting here for a while and I started reading and just getting caught up in other stuff, and all of a sudden I looked up, it was 7:31, so I had to scramble a little bit. Karen, good morning. It's good to see you. Ladies, thank you so much for getting up on Sunday mornings and joining me. I so appreciate you. Tia is walking the dog. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I don't know where some of you, I know some of you are here in Chicago, but for those of you who are not, I think it's supposed to be 75 degrees today, so I'm like, yay! So we're going to have some great weather over the next few days, and I'm sure fall or winter will be back knocking at the door letting us know, it's over. But in the meantime, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying this great weather. So ladies, as you come on this morning, say good morning. Let me know that you are there. Ubong, good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Pam, good to see you. I'm excited this morning. I've been pumped up all weekend. It's a new time. It's a new day. So whatever you're doing, whatever you have going on, I hope, number one, you're staying safe because this virus is still very much real. And you're at a point where you're just enjoying life. You know, we're coming to the home stretch, the end of the year. So I'm starting to think about what are we going to focus on this year. 2020 is my time to leap. And I know it's been a difficult time for a lot of folks, losing loved ones, losing jobs, this whole COVID-19, being forced to sit still and be isolated can be very difficult for some people because so many folks suffer from depression as well. So I know it's been a challenging year for a lot of folks, but we're still standing. We are still here. So as we prepare to close this year out, hopefully you're focusing on all the good things that happened this year and not spending time and energy on the negative things, because what's already happened has happened, unfortunately. But we are still standing and we are still here. So as you come on this morning, ladies, say good morning so that I know that you are there, because I love giving you a shout out. I started thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. Crystal, good morning. Crystal is back. Crystal used to be on every Sunday morning, and she's been off Facebook for a moment. She and I spoke yesterday. She is going to be my guest on the Eva Kennedy show on CAN TV tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, Crystal. But she's back, and just so you know, we missed you on Coffee Talk on Sunday mornings, but she had been off Facebook for a while, but she is back. So thank you so much, Crystal, for joining us this morning. I appreciate you. So ladies, we are just going to get started. It's coffee talk time. Thank you for getting up. And so many of you, every Sunday morning, I look for you because you're so committed. You show up on Sunday mornings, and I just want you to know I appreciate you so very, very much. Because you keep showing up, I keep showing up. So just want you to know that sometimes I may not take the time to tell you how much I appreciate you, but just so you know, I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to spend time with you on Sunday mornings. Thank you for this platform. So with that, let's get started. I wrote a blog a couple of weeks ago, and I entitled it How I Stay Inspired as an Entrepreneur. But really, for me, there is no separation from my personal and professional life as it relates to my vision and my goals. So I was talking to a young lady about it, and she said, well, Eva, this is really about staying inspired as a person. So what I thought I'd do today is just to share with you how I stay inspired. But what's so interesting about this is this whole election and the election results this weekend. Now, I want to talk about this not from a political perspective, but about if you have a dream, if you have a vision, to stay the course. Because and some people will say, if you have that fire in your belly, stay the course, because whatever you want, you can achieve whatever it is you desire. So I talked about Joe Biden before being 78 years old. And this was his, I believe, third time. I was going to look it up to make sure, but I lost track of time. I believe, but I know you ladies will correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this was his third time running as president. But this time he made it. So at 78 years old, he never, ever gave up. He had a vision, he had a dream, he had a belief. And at 78 years old, here he is. He is the president-elect. And even Kamala Harris, when you think about it, she checks all the boxes. She's a black female, her parents, immigrants, interracial marriage. So she checks all the blocks. And yes, she right now is the vice president-elect. So I'm talking about this in the sense that if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have a goal, stay the course. What's interesting, I was listening to the news last night, and one of the reporters was talking about Joe Biden and his campaign. And what he said about Joe Biden was that when Joe Biden was in New Hampshire, and he said there was about 20 people in the room, and 10 of them were reporters. He said it was so dismal. And he really he said it was pathetic. He felt bad for Joe. But Joe didn't quit in New Hampshire. He kept going. And when he got to South Carolina, all of a sudden the doors just opened. And all of a sudden this man who had, this reporter who was saying that it was so dismal for him, and all of a sudden the roads just open up, the mountains open up, and now all of a sudden he's president-elect. So if you keep going, it only takes one touch, one person, one incident to open the doors, and all of a sudden that dream that you've been pushing, or that vision that you've been working so hard to accomplish, all of a sudden is right there in front of you. So I wanted to talk about the election from that perspective. Don't give up. Don't give in. So I'm going to go through 10 things, or 10 ways I stay inspired. So the first one is stay connected to your why. If it's a business, what is the goal of your business? If it's personal, what is the vision? What is the vision that you have for yourself? So stay connected to it. So even those times when it gets difficult, go back to, this is why I am doing this, and use that why to keep you encouraged so that you will keep going. And then manage your expectations. Most of us want things now, right? But manage your expectations. If you're building a business, know that it takes time to build a business. And you know what? I have to look in the mirror and tell myself this all the time. And Ubang's on, and she'll tell me all the time, well, honey, it takes time to build a business. Because I want it now just like everybody else. But it takes time to build a business. And if you have a vision, it takes time to achieve that vision. So Joe Biden, 78 years old. And acknowledge you may not be where you are, but continue to do the work. Don't be so hard on yourself. And be clear about the value you add. So if it's a business, know the value you add. If it's your vision and you're working to help other people, But know the value that you will add, because that will keep you encouraged, inspired as well. So that's number one. Stay connected to your why. Number two is be intentional. Train your mind. Be focused in heart and clear in mind. Know what's been placed on your heart, and that goes back to staying connected to your source. And start each day with prayer and gratitude, and you already know. I'm speaking to the choir here. The more you pray and be grateful, the more you pray and have things, the more you have to be grateful for. And be aware of your thoughts, negative thoughts versus positive thoughts. So when you start finding yourself thinking negative, you can catch yourself and change those thoughts to positive thoughts. Be conscious of your behavior and work your plan and be flexible. So if you have a plan, a business, or a vision, whatever goals, work those goals and be flexible. So be intentional is number two. Number three, be your authentic self, aware of obstacles. Because remember, if you have obstacles, work through those obstacles so that you can be your authentic self. Because if you have obstacles and if you don't work through them, it can be toxic. And I remember, and I've shared this with you so many times, how I was at a point where I was stuck. And my obstacle was fear, doubt, and all of those other negative obstacles that was just holding me in a place, in a space. So seek out your obstacles and confront them and make a commitment to work past them. And be your best. Be committed to show up your best, do your best every single day. And commit to ongoing personal and professional development. So that's number three, be your authentic self. Number four, know your values, the core of who you are. We talk about values all the time. Those are your priorities. I'm not going to spend time on the values, but your brand. Define and know the characteristics of your brand. Here's the thing. So many of us think about brand as a business. But think of yourself as a brand. What are your characteristics? Are you the person that shows up late all the time? Are you the drama person that walks in the door and takes the air out of the room? But know your brand. And know what's important to you and make decisions and choices based on what's important to you. Number five, support. You don't have to go it alone. Build a strong network. And surround yourself with people that believe in you, with positive energy. If you need help, I say it all the time, seek help. If you need a coach, mentor, whatever you need, seek it. And know that you may lose some relationships along the way, but know also that you may have new relationships and embrace those new relationships. Because sometimes we try to hold on to toxic people in our lives. Sometimes we try to hold on to people that want us to stay status quo. So know that you may lose some relationships along the way. Alignment. Connect and make sure all aspects are in sync. And we talk about this all the time. Everything you do must be in alignment with what you want to achieve. Your thoughts, your habits, your actions. And if you have to develop new habits and behavior, then do so. And it may even start with getting up every morning with prayer and gratitude. Because again, the more you're grateful for, the more you have to be grateful for, the more you will have. Be committed to yourself and your clients. So if it's a business, or just be committed to yourself personally. Have the integrity to remain consistent with your actions. So if you have a vision, goals, you have a plan, have the integrity to remain consistent. Be disciplined, stay the course, and follow through. And stay strong and be courageous. Because sometimes every day you have to get up and push past that fear. But stay courageous and challenge yourself. Go beyond the comfort zone. So when you get to a certain point, sometimes you want to get comfortable and just stay. But challenge yourself and go beyond the comfort zone. And acknowledge yourself. Be confident in your talent, skills, and abilities. And this is one I had to learn, because when I started this business, I had fear and doubt. And remember, I worked for Allstate Insurance Company for 29 years. One thing I can tell you about Allstate Insurance Company, they train their employees well. But I allowed the fear to overcome me. And I forgot about the talents and the skills that I had. So acknowledge yourself. Celebrate even the smallest wins. And for me, I have to be mindful all the time that I took a leap of faith and I trust God. And know that you're making a difference. And believe in yourself. And don't let other people's voice drown your voice out. I was talking to a lady the other day, powerful woman. And one of the things that we talked about, so on the outside, external, she's this powerhouse. But internally, she's starting to allow other people's voice to drown her voice out. So as powerful as she's seen on the outside, she's struggling to keep her voice. But if you saw her, you would never know it. So don't let other people's voice drown your voice out. Document your accomplishment at the end of each month, quarter, and year. Someone said to me, document them every day if you need to. Name one thing you accomplished. Acknowledge how it made you feel. Articulate what you learned. And take that positive energy into the next month, the next quarter, and the next year. And if you're at that point where you have to document at the end of the day, just so you can take that energy of accomplishment until the next day, then do it for the next day. Because the point is, you want to take that positive energy forward. And the last one is, don't lose sight of what's important. Embrace trials and tribulations. Remember, this is your purpose, your vision, or your business, whatever it is. And start the year with the vision of a positive future. Because sometimes what we do, we start the year trying to catch up what we didn't accomplish last year. So we're already starting from a negative perspective, But start the year with the vision of a positive future and enjoy the journey. Stay encouraged, not discouraged. If you find yourself being discouraged, then stop. Take some time. Go inward. Focus on the person within. Get to the root of why you're discouraged. If it's time because you're impatient, then you have to go back to the reality. It takes time. Again, I use Joe Biden, 78 years old. But here's what's interesting, and Carolyn, I thought of you this morning. He's been in training for it. He's experienced, and he's been in training for this position. It took a long time. But that's how much time it took for him to reach his destiny, to achieve his vision. And he suffered losses. He's had trials and tribulations just like the rest of us. But now is his time. And now he has the experience to do the job that needs to be done. So he's been in training. And I thought that was so powerful. And I thought of that this morning. Carolyn, that was an amazing aha moment for me. Because I got that. That's one of your quotes. He's been in training for it. So remember to stay connected to your source. Because your source will guide you. So I'm going to just name them really quickly. And these are on my website, One Evolution. If you go to blog, It's there. Number one, stay connected to your why. Number two, be intentional. Number three, be your authentic self. And that one is so important. Be your authentic self. Because when you get to the point where you are being your authentic self, you may not, you will still be working, to get to achieve what it is you desire. But when you get to the point where you can be your authentic self, there's a certain amount of peace and joy, especially when you stay connected to your source. Know your values, the core of who you are, your brand. That's number 4. And this way, when you know your values and the core of who you are and your brand, you can make value-based decisions. You're making decisions based on what's important to you. And when you know your brand, you know how you want to show up. When you start looking at your characteristics, you can look at even the ones that sometimes may not be so flattering. You may decide you want to change them because you're really taking a look at, how am I showing up? And are you showing up the way you want to be? Are you being seen the way you want to be seen? And number 5 is support. And that's so important. You don't have to go it alone. Build a strong network. Ask for help. Seek help. If you have toxic people in your life, maybe you might have to socialize with them from a distance. And know that you may lose some relationships, but also embrace the new ones. 6 is alignment. Everything, all aspects have to be in sync. 7, be committed to yourself. Have the integrity to remain consistent. Stay strong and be courageous. That's pushing past obstacles and acknowledge yourself. Be confident in your talents, skills, and abilities. You have them, and your experiences. Acknowledge them. Again, that was one of my downfalls. Document accomplishments. If you have to do it every single day to take that positive energy into the next day, then do it. And don't lose sight of what's important. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't lose sight of your vision. Don't lose sight of your dreams. Because if you truly have a vision, goal, a fire in your belly, just look what happened this past weekend is proof. And between the president and the vice president-elect, they check all the boxes. 78-year-old white man, black female, interracial, immigrant parents. So they check all the boxes, but guess what? They had dreams, goals, vision, and now look where they are. So it's amazing. If you stay the course, will it be easy? No. But if you truly are committed, and if you know in your heart of hearts that's what you want, something you want to achieve, then stay the course. So, here it is. Inspirations for the soul. And it's a simple one this morning if you're reading with me. It's on page 74. Be the she that could. Our beliefs directly impact our lives. Therefore, it is essential to believe and stand in your truth. Regardless of where you are in your life, what size you are, or what color you are, you can do anything if you believe you can. If you believe you can, then you can. Just try. Take one step at a time and keep going. Yes, you can. Yes, you can accomplish whatever it is you desire. You don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to reach your destiny. And the question is, think of a time when it was natural for you to believe. What was that experience like? And how can you apply it today? That's coffee talk. But one thing I want to share with you ladies really quickly before I let you go. Well, a couple of things. First of all, this is real personal for me. And you're my accountability partners. You're my strong network. Because everything I talk about to you, I'm going through it myself. I'm experiencing it. So when I talk about the 10 things or the 10 ways I stay inspired, this is me today. Support. You don't have to go it alone. I have a strong network. And there are times when they hold me up. There are times their positive energy is what gets me to the next day. Because I have the same feeling sometimes when I get in my own head, those negative thoughts. Now, they're not like they used to be when I started this years ago. So I'm confident now, yeah. And I have a vision and goals and dreams, and I'm on the track. I'm on the path. But there are times where I have to call on that network. There are times, I have to sit still and I pray. Actually, I pray all the time. So when I'm speaking from a place of experience. I'm speaking from a place of this is what I've gone through, or this is what I'm going through. And then I talk to women all the time. So you are my network, You're part of it. You're part of mine, and you hold me accountable. Because my friends will be the first one to tell you, Ubong, and she'll tell you, well, you know what you were saying to the ladies in Coffee Talk? She'll check me in a minute. So, but you're my accountability partners, and I love that. So thank you so much. You are my support system. And I wanted to share that with you. So I'm not speaking from a place, from someplace high up in the sky. I'm speaking from a place of being very personal and emotional. So thank you for this platform. Thank you. Because of you, I'm working towards fulfilling my dreams. I just happen to be doing it publicly with you. But thank you so much, because you hold me accountable and you show me so much love. I appreciate you. So really quickly, just a couple of things this morning before I let you go, is that if you want to order a copy of Inspirations for the Soul, once I post the video, the link will be there. And thank you to all you ladies who have supported me in ordering your book. And not only that, think about other women that you may know that you may want to gift this book to. Inspirations for the Soul. It makes a great gift. Holidays are coming, birthdays, just maybe someone you just may want to give it to. Maybe you're mentoring another young lady. But I appreciate all of your support. But please consider Inspirations for the Soul as you look for gifts for other women, or just other women you might want to encourage. The workshop, Witness the Most Powerful You, will be this coming Saturday. When I post this, again, the link is out there. If you are looking for a personal development process that will help you take a look at where you are in your life now, define where you want to go, and help you build action plans and steps to get there, this is a great workshop for you. It's 4.5 hours. It's over a $300 value. It's priced at $149. It's a great way to help you tap into the person within. This workshop is all about you. It's about helping you take a look at where you are and building actionable steps to take you where you want to go. It's also an opportunity to confirm. So if you have action plans or steps or a vision or a goal, it's confirmation. It can be confirmation for you. So it's this Saturday. When I post this link, you can register for the workshop. And then the last thing, if you know of other women that you may think that may benefit from listening to Coffee Talk in the mornings, please add them to the group. So that is Coffee Talk this morning, ladies. Again, if you want to get a list of these 10, as a matter of fact, I'll put my link in here, is oneevolution.com, and if you go to blog, it's out there, and it's more than 10, because I kind of talk about a little bit how I even came about to focusing on my vision. So it's a good little read for you, and it's 10 that you can print them and just keep them in front of you if you feel that they may be helpful. So ladies, that's Coffee Talk this morning. I don't think we have any messages, just some really positive comments. Yeah. So thank you for joining me this morning. I will see you back here next Sunday. Consider registering for the workshop. Again, it's a great tool. The workbook is included. Once you register, you can download the ebook, and I actually take you through it. But again, it's very interactive and transformational experience. So you don't want to miss it. With that being said, ladies, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for getting up and being committed and showing up every Sunday. I truly appreciate you.